All right, let's go into 2006, right? Cameron comes out with the movie Killer Season, and Funkmaster Flex is in it, and he disses you in the movie.
Right.
How did you feel when you saw that scene?
I was confused. I understood at the time. And by the way, me and Flex are super cool, so I don't want to bring up old, to think me and Flex done like men, and time went on, and we, you know what I'm saying, and we're cool with each other now. Now, at the time when Cam did it, I was confused because I'm saying, damn. First, right, I'm saying, you know, the movie wasn't as big as Paid in Full because that was his next movie. So I'm like, damn, how does it go from Paid in Full to Killer Season? Because it just wasn't the same movie. Because Cam killed Rico in Killer Season. He destroyed that role. He should have gotten an award. But then Killer Season came out, and that movie just wasn't it. And when I seen the scene, I'm like, damn, why would he allow Flex to do that to me? And there was a clip that came up, and I responded. I just put it, and I don't even got a large following these days. They just clipped another one of my pages. I responded and said, I said, look, what did I say? I said, I mentioned how I thought the movie wasn't good, and then I said, it's just funny. I kind of said the same thing what I just said, and he responded. And his response was that he thought that that I was mad because I responded, right? See, we never spoke since he done that. In his mind, he said he didn't think nothing of it. But how are you gonna allow somebody to disrespect me in your movie? You said that you didn't know Flex was gonna say that, but you doing the scene with him. You're doing a scene with him. It's your movie, and next thing you know, that this coming out, with a little clip clowning me. Like I'm saying to myself, where, who the f did he think I was for me to be clowned in this movie? I didn't understand it, but it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't let it bother me. It was, what? That happened. Water under the bridge. Water under a duck's. You know what I'm saying, as they say. It's nothing. So it only came back up when I seen the clip. And then when he responded, he says, yeah, well, he must have been mad because I did the new cover of The Source when him and Dave, and he made a shot and said, when he was there, nobody knew he was there. When he was there, The Source wasn't. See, let's get one thing clear. The Source made its most money and was its biggest when I was there. When the new people came in and he did that cover, which I didn't give a f, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? That's when The Source said, that's when The Source wasn't selling anymore. Like that was a bad selling cover. And it said Benzino free on it. 100% Benzino free. The Source took a nosedive when me and Dave left. Okay, and everybody knows that. All right? The Source Awards, all that Cam and them benefited, the cover, you know what I'm saying? The Dipset cover, when they came out on the Source Awards and got to put the bodega on, all that was because of me. Those was my decisions. So I don't know. It just threw me for a loop because something must have been on his mind all this time because I didn't know that we had an issue. Huddy Six, rest in peace, was a great dear friend of mine, and he knew how close me and Hud was. Me and Hud was going all over the world. He knew Hud before me. You understand what I'm saying? And when Hud passed, when it was come time, for the funeral and everything. Now, mind you, I didn't grow up with Huddy in Harlem, but I had known Huddy for maybe, couple of years. I paid for Huddy's funeral. The horse-drawn carriage going through Harlem and all that. That was out of my pocket. I did that. Nobody else gave me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. So I just don't understand that because he mentioned, he was like, yeah, in other words, it sounded like he's saying, well, yeah, he's Hud's man, so I don't got to be nobody's man. If it's up, it's up with anybody. I choose peace. I'm a cool, I've helped a lot of people, but I hope, don't think like I'm some type of like Like I'm that guy where you can just bully me or just say what the you want to say because it ain't like that. And, you know, I don't got no beef with anybody, especially with this internet. Now, I'm sure he's going to use this to respond. I'm not doing this for all that. You asking me questions and I'm answering them. And everything I'm saying is fact. I didn't know where the issue was. If this was a shot going back and forth thing, well, he threw the first shot when he allowed Flex to clown me in his movie. All right?
All right, Zeno, let's be fair though, okay? Because you did say that the movie was garbage. That was your.
It doesn't matter. He didn't know it. We didn't know it was gonna be garbage. And thank God it was, because if it was a big movie, then everybody would have seen it. I'm sure people see this now are gonna go back and look, or I don't know where the movie's at, but the bottom line is it didn't matter what the movie was. Why would he allow that scene? I didn't see no other scene and no other rapper getting clowned in the movie. Like, where did that come from?
You think that it was his responsibility to stop Flex in that moment because they were freestyling
Goddamn
their
right.
lines?
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. If it's my movie, you say, yeah, bro. I'm gonna be like, nah, bro. Because me, I'm not gonna want to be in the middle of that. If there's beef with me and Flex, then why would you want to be in the middle? Because and I'm not gonna say what happened with me and Flex, because me and Flex are cool now, so I'm not gonna bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Flex had a little issue. You know what I'm saying? After that. You know what I mean? But, I'm just wondering, like, I'm just not the one just that, like, if I'm not clowning you, then what the fuck is you clowning me for? And that's really what it's like with me. If I take it like you trying to bully me, or I take it like you think like, or I'm just something that you could just do this to because nobody else got that in the movie. Nobody else got clowned. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? And it wasn't nothing. It was some sucker, you know what I'm saying? I done broke bread with Flex, bought rims from his company. I done broke bread with. You see what I'm saying? See, this is what I'm saying. You gotta understand, Panda, a lot of these, I done helped one way or the other through the source or somehow supported they one way or the other. So I don't know where it comes from when we throwing their little shots. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not one to take shots without throwing shots back.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.